All right, welcome back for the next edition of this podcast featuring the infamous Elong. Thank you so much for being here on the show. Much, much appreciated. So, quick introduction about Elong. Elong, a world fighting superstar, is the owner of 5 world championship gold belts. He was the 2008 champion of Guandong Foshan International Yong boxing competition, named the most influential figure in online media sports, received WLF Best Contribution Awards of Wushu, received United Nations Sports Star Peace Charity Award, and named a China Dongxin ASEAN Sport Wushu Communication Ambassador by the media for many years. Elong has starred in films such as the Hollywood movie Captain America Civil War, the movie Tattoo, the movie Chinese Peacekeeping Forces, the TV series Invincible, Tia Chao Sun, etc. And without further ado, Elong.
Thank you.
All right, we are here at the Animal Gym in Shanghai, China, hosted by our friend Kyle Rozewski. Thanks so much for having us here today. Now, if you have at any moment anything you'd like to say or interject, please feel free to interrupt me.
如果就是在中间您还有什么需要说的，请随时可以提问，可以说。
我听不懂哈。
没关系，就是我这边帮您翻译。
对啊，他说话
我来帮您翻译就行了。您有什么问题尽管提。
OK。
哎
Awesome.
你们做的很棒，你们作为自媒体来说，做的这些东西感觉很细致，很棒。
So the setup is very professional.
Thank you. Much appreciated. So, Elong, I'm kind of I've seen you fight. I've seen you fight a bunch of times. I've been ringside while you were in the ring a couple of times, and it is a bit surreal seeing you here in person on my podcast. So again, can't thank you enough.
然后就是说，英老师这次就是很荣幸能够当面的能见到您，因为这个 Ramsey 他也是看过您的比赛，不光在电视上，甚至在场边也看过您的比赛。我觉得很荣幸的见到您真人。
谢谢。
Okay, so Kyle tells me you've been busy scouting out fighters, like you're here today at the Animal Gym taking a look at the fighters for a possible upcoming show or promotion. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what we can expect?
凯尔告诉我，您一直在忙着为即将开始的新赛事。您能告诉我们一些关于您的这个新的赛事，还有就是我们可以能看到什么东西吗？
这个新的赛事，因为现在中国的打法还有赛事都是很一贯的嘛，我想，因为我们也训练了一批人，也贯穿了一些我传统武术和现代搏击结合的这些年的经验，还有我们比较科学的训练班底，我们想这些人能够组团以拳术的名义，比如说跟泰国泰拳、日本空手道、韩国跆拳道、欧洲踢拳进行一个拳术之间的交流。这样的话呢，大家伙感觉看起来更好玩一些。
Okay, so Elon felt that the status quo of Chinese combat sport has turned into more or less of a mold. It's been the same for many years. So he wants to revolutionize the sport, utilizing modern science as well as traditional training method of traditional Chinese martial arts. Form a group and have a series of challenging fights against other athletes around the world. Should have been against Muay Thai, karate, etc. So bring more excitement to the sport.
对，因为中国的拳种太多，门派太多，但是呢，中国文化是博大精深的。但是呢，你要说现在大众都喜欢拿着擂台的比赛形式去看待一个拳种的话呢，那我们中国很多还没有去玩这一块儿，所以我想能不能这么玩这东西。中国散打其实就很不错的，只是说什么呢？如何适应国际性的规则以踢拳、自由搏击以打击频率、输出频率为主，然后呢以重击有效为主，不要抱摔和搂抱，这个东西说多了好像。就是希望能够给大家伙一个擂台上更多 不同的打法的一个团队，而不是我个人。
Okay, so Elan wants to create a more of a variety in terms of his team. So it shouldn't be limited to modern kickboxing. It should utilize a lot of the traditional Chinese martial arts because there are many types of Chinese martial arts. Apart from the modern version of Sanshou, his thinking is maybe we can create new rules and have new forms of competition to showcase the beauty of various forms of Chinese martial arts.
Okay, that is really interesting.
很有趣。
A couple of things, like when we change the rules a little bit, the sport can change substantially. Like we can see a huge difference between MMA and kickboxing. What kind of rules did you have in mind? Could you share a little bit about that?
就是其实规则的话，确实能够很大程度上影响一个比赛。就是说，比如说 MMA 跟那个踢拳都就很不一样。但您这边有什么一些好的想法，关于就是这个以后的这个比赛规则方面？
其实我因为我带个团队也耗费了4年多的精力，4、5年这个状态也下滑很厉害。我想，就是比赛的规则是很重要的一个问题。目前来说，我是在中国的时间很久嘛，出国现在不多，所以说我想迎合这个中国的市场来说呢，让老百姓看得明白的比赛，目前自由搏击频率比较高。就以自由搏击的形式吧。关于 MMA 这块呢，需要大家伙一个认识的过程。目前来说呢，大众对这个认知还不是特别详细，规则方面还有这个技术方面不太了解
So the most acceptable most popular form of combat sport in China at the moment is probably more kickboxing, and it would take time for people to be more aware of the rules of MMA. He's thinking maybe similar to kickboxing rules. 所以还是跟踢拳比较相近的。
MMA 也会做，
跟自由搏击很像。
MMA 就也会做，但是需要一个时间。目前我们的主力是自由搏击，后续 MMA 还有拳击都会玩。
Okay, so yes, with time, there will be more MMA fighters on Elon's team. For the time being, a majority of the fighters are kickboxers.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's so interesting how a small rule change, for example, the difference between Muay Thai and K1 rules, can totally change the dynamic of the fight. For example, K1 becomes much more fast-paced, no stalling whatsoever.
有时候的话，很小的规则的改变都会影响到，就是说会让这个比赛非常非常的不一样。比如说传统泰拳跟日本的 K1，
对，
踢拳就是 K1 的话，因为没有那个就是爆，所以说速度就会快得多，比赛的频率也快得多。
对，这个规则的现在不管是就是搏击圈内的人，还有这个圈外的人，就是老百姓们对这个规则方面的这个东西完全不了解。比如说自由搏击和 MMA， 其实这两个拳种是完全不一样的，它俩其实是没有可比性的。很多人不了解。
Yep. Most of the casual fans in China don't really understand the difference in striking between MMA and kickboxing.
Right.
Even just that they're both striking, but they are very different.
你比如说像 MMA 比赛 ，MMA 的话呢，我们一天比如说训练4个小时，2节课，1节课2小时，一天4个小时的话，那你起码要拿出一半的时间来去搂抱和抱摔。而自由搏击的话，可能4个小时，更多还是打击频率。
Take MMA as an example. 2 sessions a day. A typical pro fighter trains twice a day and 2 hours per session. You probably have to train as much striking as grappling. Whereas kickboxing for 2 sessions will be both kickboxing, striking.
对啊，包括那个 MMA 和那个拳击没有可比性，看按什么规则。所以说嘴炮轻松的让梅瑟击败， 那时候在赛前的时候，然后很多媒体问我有什么看法，不用看啊，肯定是梅威瑟轻松把他击败，因为那场比赛也是我看梅威瑟的比赛打的拳击比赛里最轻松的一次。
Another good example is boxing and MMA. So Elan actually predicted the fight before Mayweather and Conor McGregor.
Oh, yeah.
Versus he was asked quite a lot before the fight, and he said, "Of course, it's Mayweather. There's just no comparison."
Absolutely, man. Move over, Mystic Mac. Elong making the predictions right here today.
他说开玩笑说一龙老师这个今天可以这个可以猜测比赛成结果。
不是这个，其实跨界挑战这个事儿啊，其实是一个等于是真的是要挑战，但是呢，你要有基本的敬畏之心，真的是隔行如隔山。所以说呢，跨界比赛真的是一种挑战。
Crossing over is a real challenge. That you got to have respect and fear crossing over to a different sport.
Awesome. So I have to ask this because a bunch of my YouTube fans are Wing Chun practitioners. And something I didn't know about you until I read your bio was that you actually have a background in Wing Chun as well as many different other kung fu forms. In fact, it says one of your first major wins was at the Wing Chun boxing international competition. So I have to ask this. So there are so many people out there who practice this style of Wing Chun who are looking for a role model. So we have MMA fighters like Anderson Silva. We've seen him train with Dan Inosanto. Tony Ferguson does some Wing Chun techniques in the cage, and everybody goes nuts over it. But nobody, at least in the U.S., is talking about Elong and Wing Chun. So I have to ask this: with this entire prolific career behind you, how much did your Wing Chun training actually come into play in your professional fights?
就是您其实，在东西方都很有名了，因为大家都知道您自由搏击和少林功夫很厉害，但是很少有人提到您在咏春的经验。其实呢，就是很多的这个咏春的练习者，其实在现在的这个综合格斗或者是自由搏击中也有这种实战中发挥的模板，比如说像血魔Tony Ferguson 和这个蜘蛛人 Anderson Silva，这样的 UFC 选手，甚至在他们的训练或者是比赛中也融入一些咏春的元素在里面，然后也有很多的这个西方的这个咏春社区，就咏春的这个练咏春的人也在不断的讨论说。这个咏春到底在这个现在的格斗当中有多大的作用？那您是不光是有一个职业这个拳手的背景，而且其实你也专门的练过咏春，而且甚至在咏春比赛中，也就是有过很好的成绩。那他这边的问题就来了，就是说，您觉得在您的咏春训练在你的这个职业比赛中，大概有发生多少的作用？
咏春，我是08年广东佛山的国际咏春拳比赛冠军。这个我有些比赛到现在还没有放出去呢，有咏春比赛的这个视频。
我先跟您不好意思，就是Elan is the Wing Chun champion in Foshan back in 2008, and lots of the footage are actually having been released yet.
Oh, interesting.
咏春拳有2个好处吧，我能感觉到的就是咏春拳是攻防合一，就是攻防，它就是交叉的一种，它攻防同时的。
So in the two main advantages of Wing Chun. Number one is the defense and offense are of one, and when you're attacking, you're defending yourself at the same time. The technique.
还有什么呢？一般拳击啊，还有那个自由搏击都会出拳这么出的话呢，它宽了，但是呢，咏春拳可以这样出，就是可以窄了。于是呢，防守的时候就要咚咚，你看，我能打进很多人的防守。
Yeah. The second advantage is how Wing Chun throw a punch. So in traditional Western boxing, you have to twist your wrist,
right.
and rotate your wrist. to land the punch, whereas in Wing Chun you can land more of a vertical with your punch with vertical knuckles and easy to get through defense.
Right. Which is actually the way Jack Dempsey taught it 100 years ago in Western boxing, but times have changed a little bit somehow.
其实，在100年前，西方拳击的话也是在教这种就是不带拳套的这种竖着出拳。
对，但是只是说什么呢？只是中国武术有个很好玩的地方，就是我看了很多，不管泰拳呢、拳击还是空手道，我发现中国的很多门派的拳术都已经概括了。只是因为他没有提炼出来，没有过早的运用到比赛当中。因为中国解放初期到现在才40年，所以它没有一个稳定期。如果稳定期一直有一个稳定期的话，可能早就被提炼出来了。
So what's interesting about the Chinese martial arts is that actually lots of them have already included many of the modern techniques. The difference between Chinese kung fu and the likes of Muay Thai, karate is these Chinese martial art never got a chance to really that having been put in practice for the last 4 decades since 1949. If there had been a consistent form of a competition since then, maybe many of these techniques will be simmered down and utilized in the modern competition.
对，还有咏春还有一个好处就是它可以不用从这里发力。一定必须得从这里发力，才能打出有力量来。他有时在这里就可以发力。
Yeah, back to Wing
Chun 拳嘛。
Yeah, back to Wing Chun. Another thing is the inch punch or several inch punch, because you don't have to telegraph or pull back. You can punch from a very short distance.
Okay, awesome. I get a lot of questions from traditional martial artists who practice traditional Chinese kung fu, traditional Chinese martial arts. And they want to make a transition to MMA, kickboxing, and other combat sports. What advice would you give them?
就是很多练传武的朋友也想，就是说跨界进入自由搏击或者是综合格斗。那对于这些朋友，您这边有什么好的建议？
我是认为这样的，擂台的比赛，不管是拳击还是 MMA 还是泰拳还是自由搏击。3大，他们是一个类别，一个区域，而传武呢其实是另一个区域。传武呢可以说练一辈子可能都不会打实战的，所以它完全跟这是2种领域。因为比如我从传武出来嘛，我是练传统武术的，后来我要打擂台的话，我一定要结合现代的打法，要不停的要适应这种对抗性。而传统武术没有对抗性的话呢，他想到这里来玩。第一要有敬畏之心，不要认为我在其他里厉害，我就可以号令其他领域，不可能的。一个领域要是跨界另一个领域，一定要有敬畏之心，敬畏要有谦卑的心态，同时要有学习的态度，这样的话才能有机会。不然的话呢，你在一个领域大师，到另一个领域里边，也许就不是大师了。
So to those people, the biggest advice will be to have respect and humility. The traditional martial arts, or any martial arts really, and the likes of modern Muay Thai, karate, MMA, kickboxing are completely two different arenas. The former is more of the former does not have the combative system of the second. It doesn't have the real life sparring experience. So even if you can be the master in one traditional martial art, doesn't mean you can translate those skills into the modern combat sport without the rigorous training, the full resistance training, the sparring. So the biggest message will be to be humble, to be respectful, and to have the fear before you transform into a full combat sport. Having come from a traditional martial art background himself.
你像这个，我练是少林拳、咏春拳、太极拳，我练了10几年。我喜欢这些中国功夫、中国传统武术。中国传统武术真的是博大精深，非常棒。但是它有些优点可能跟这个领域是不一样的地方。所以说我练了很久，我要打擂台，我摸索了很久，打擂台也打了很多年。我是正儿八经是传统武术出身的人。所以说呢，我们要保持一个很好的心态， 而绝对不可以也一定是这样的才能更好一些。传统武术它有非常美的地方，中国武术太棒了。
So Chinese kung fu is beautiful. Chinese martial arts. I come from a Chinese Shaolin, Wing Chun, Tai Chi background with decades of training. And that being said, they're not geared for modern combat sport.
它所涉及的领域不仅仅是擂台上，它擂台之外可能有更大的广阔的，比如说对于人体的修养啊，内心的修养，还有身体的修养，还有健康啊，还有这个文化的传承，武德呀，还有文化传承啊，非常棒，而是对身体的修复也很棒啊。如果是他打击，是因为这些年没有练过打击，没有进行打击，中国比赛比较晚。他如果是进行的话，我相信未来世界上战斗力最强最多的拳手应该是在中国。第一，第二是呢，最后这个打法应该集中在还是中国的功夫上面，因为这个我可以说什么，就是不管 MMA 还是这个拳击，它是把一个单项拉出来体验的非常棒，我非常欣赏的。但是从综合方面来说呢，还是中国的拳种比较多一些，历史比较久一些。
So Chinese martial arts have many varieties, and although most of them are not applicable in the modern combat world, they are applicable in a bigger territory. For example, your mental health, overall health benefits. That being said, if we could start now applying many of the techniques of the Chinese traditional martial arts into modern combat, and we could see more varieties of techniques and tactics that can be applied into modern martial art.
所以说欢迎国外的朋友们都练中国功夫。这个另外就是中国功夫这一块呢，我相信我们健身房里边很多会员也不是来要打成什么世界拳王的，也不是为了是打很厉害的，可能就为了身体健康。我们呢，可能我们的一生当中只拿出了1/5或1/6的时间段，就这10年之内肯打比赛。我们一生当中可能都为了健康而活着。
Okay. This is also I haven't got to translate. The last one is we believe in the following years Chinese that there could be more of predominantly Chinese fighters in a modern combat arena. For everybody out there, please do practice Chinese martial arts because they keep you fit, keep you healthy. Not everyone comes to the gym and want to become a champion. That being said, there are many other benefits, and the second is if we do want to utilize some of the skills from Chinese traditional martial arts, that's also a new route for us.
That's fantastic, man. I always say not everybody needs to be a fighter, but everybody should train, in my opinion.
Yeah. Ramsey 的他也觉得，就是说，不是所有的人都应该是成为这个拳手，但是所有的人都应该练习。
对，练习是对的。当有比赛的时候，其实对身体是很不健康的。他是经常竞赛的时候，他会比着往身体的极限去发展的时候，我们有降体重有降死的，还有身体过劳死的都有的。所以我们想，我们年龄也大了，他年龄也大了，就是我们想，除了全力以赴的给新的运动员刺激他们好好打好比赛之外呢，我们也要考虑到，为退役的运动员考虑到他们年长了以后怎么办？
Yeah, training is good for you. Fighting is not. It's health-wise, because we're not young men anymore. So as much as we need to care about our current fighters, how they win fights and become champions, we also need to care for our retired fighters and their well-being going forward. Because we've seen many over the years. Weight cutting, overtraining could be detrimental to your health. Could even lead to death in some cases, extreme cases.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about movies.
咱们来聊聊电影好吗？
好，
So I did a little bit of research on the web because I know you've been in a couple of films, including the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is huge because it's the biggest movie franchise in the world right now. But I found out you've been really busy this last year. You've done 3 films.
就是其实我也做了在网上做了一些研究，其实才发现您其实，在漫威电影这个全世界最大的这个电影的这个系列当中，也有您的一席之地。然后的话也想知道，就是说您这个去年1年做了就是有拍过很多电影，在电影界里面就是很活跃。
年底会有一些上映，我们电影是陆续会上映的，它不会说对这样的。
Yeah, so he's been involved in a lot of films, and those will be released gradually. Some of them, not at the same time.
Yeah. So how can you tell us anything about any upcoming film projects that you're involved in right now?
能不能跟大家说一下您现在就是马上会出来的一些电影的状况？是哪些电影会？
比如说，我们现在筹备了有将近半年了，然后这叫一拳妈妈，一个单亲妈妈打比赛的一个电影，近期会公布，啊。
So last half a year, we've been busy filming this film about a single mother who's also a fighter, and it will be released very soon.
对，第二就是呢，我们年初拍的那个叫铜皮铁骨方世玉，就中国一个武术的，他会知道武术的一个类似于霍元甲一样，一个方世玉，一个大侠一个电影也会快播出了。
Early this year, we also completed another film about a traditional martial artist back in the day called Fang Shiyu, and that will be released soon too.
Fantastic. Any chance you could reprise a role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the future? I hear they're making Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu, which would be an awesome film for you to star in.
Ramsey 问你以后还会想要再回到漫威的这个电影世界里面再去演？因为马上有一个传武的一个英雄也会在漫威里面。
其实我参与美国队长的时候，那时候我们打那几个动作呢，本来是他们美国队长的动作导演给我设计了很简单的拳打，然后呢，我感觉不合理，因为我打倒一个人，再打另一个人，再回来再打那个人的时候是不合理的，所以说我一定要他有反抗能力，然后反抗的时候太极的云手，然后膝盖跪住，然后咏春拳当一看，然后才能代表这个符合的原理。后来呢，那个动作导演就把这全部调整过来，然后呢加了很多机位，拍完以后大家好都感觉很赞，然后呢。还有那个动作导演还跑到我的房车里边留我的联系方式，但是呢，我希望我能够参与他那个复仇者联盟，那是第几季好像是，但是我感觉呢，其实呢，漫威在这样大的电影啊，除了是每个人的才能之外呢，也考虑到有些资源方面对接的问题。
Okay, so when I was in Captain America, the director initially prescribed some very simple moves for me. I changed it because I thought it wouldn't apply in real life, and I had to fight multiple opponents. So I added a bit more my own elements to it. So instead of simple 1-2 punch, I added the Wing Chun, the technique from Tai Chi, and on the ground applied some Wing Chun techniques, the repetitive, the fast strike, and the effects. It came out great, and the director loved it, and even came to my trailer afterwards, and I got my contact details. That being said, I think going forward, there's a resource issue with the Marvel, these blockbusters.
Right. Yeah, I rewatched that scene last night, and that was a cool scene. It was too short in my opinion. So yeah, to just have you throw like a 1-2 punch or something would have been an absolute waste of talent. So
然后 Ramsey 也说，就是他昨天晚上又看了一下那个美国队长里面您的那个打斗的动作，他觉得确实您这个打斗的动作很棒。然后如果只是简单的1-2这种出拳的话，那就把你这个才能全都浪费了。
这个当时我给他调整过来了，调整过以后，然后呢全场都鼓掌了，很开心。然后呢那个动作导演呢还后来跑到我房车，然后呢一起合了影，留联系方式，希望后边还在合作。我感觉我们中华人去参与漫威的电影的人很少，他们也很少见。于是呢，他们打斗方法呢也没有结合一些东西，纯粹就是拳击，咚咚，很简单的。其实未来还有很多开发的东西啊。
Yep. So after the scene, it was a huge round of applause from everybody, and the director was very impressed, and he came to my trailer and took photos with me, and got my contacts and wanted to collaborate in the future. So personally think, in Hollywood in the past, there are a lot of the straightforward boxing, etc., and tend to be simplistic. That there should be many things we can do to incorporate into the combat action movies.
Well, I hope it happens. I hope you get a
For Chinese,
get a big break in Hollywood, man.
希望你以后在好莱坞有更大的成功。
另外就是呢，我的表述啊，我认为呢，我们中国有一句话就是沉默是金嘛，就是不要多讲，话多必有失嘛。我今天说了很多话，肯定有很多方面没有说到的，说好的，说全面的，也可能有说错的地方。希望大家多多包涵。然后我希望我们都很普通的人，也希望我们都越来越好。我说的不到的地方，多多包涵吧，啊。
So I'm not a man of many words, and I abide with the traditional Chinese value of not speaking much. Silence is gold. That being said, I talk a lot today. If there's anything I misrepresented or I misquoted or didn't missed, please bear with me. I'm just a normal guy, and hope everybody are well.
No worries at all.
没有关系，完全没有关系。
So you have an interesting talent because not all fighters can do fight choreography. I've done a little bit of fight choreography myself, and when I've worked with real martial artists, they often they don't know what looks good on camera, and they try to overcorrect. But I didn't see that issue at all. So with you anyway, so how difficult was that? What was that like making the transition from ring fighter to film choreography?
就是对于选手或者是真正的武术家来说的话，他的这个就是跟屏幕上是完全不一样的。然后很多的这个就是武术家、实战家、拳手在拍电影的时候，做动作的时候，他有时候会就是说会很死板的，会叫做就是说动作不一定会很好看。然后您这边您的其实有这个很有才能，不光是能打，而且在电影中你也能就是说能够把这个电影的这个就是这种效果弄得很好看。就你有什么秘密？你是怎么做的？
因为从小练了中国的传统武术和的原因，因为中国的武术包罗万象，可以演示，也可以实战
Yeah, that's from my traditional martial art background because it's good for demonstration as well as some part of it for real life.
Fantastic. Let's see here. Pretty straightforward question. So every time I look up your fight record, I was doing a little bit of research. Every website gives a different number of fights that you've had. And I know that Western media does not always record fights that happen in China. So, for example, Wikipedia says you have 74 professional fights. Just to set the record straight, is that number correct, or?
其实因为您也很有名了，然后很多这个国外的这个网站上面就是说您到底有打过多少赛事都不统一。比如说维基百科上面说您打过 ，Sorry, what's the number again?
74 professional fights.
对，维基百科上面说您打过74场职业赛。那您到底打过多少个比赛？
我们是一个，我感觉我自己也是个神奇存在。为什么？因为我们中国搏击发展出，我们中国搏击啊，跟世界搏击接轨哈，就这10来年。而我是在10年之前也打一些很普通的比赛，就这10年当中，我们的频繁的赛事，我一年打20-30场比赛， 当年电视播出的时候，可能你们看到那些数据可能是电视播出的，我们电视不播出的还有很多比赛，包括跟那个，可能待会儿你要问到那个外国人，我跟他就是在12年打过一次，但电视没播，啊，有些很多没有播的，没有播的频率应该比播的频率只高不低。
So so my existence is pretty unique. Back in the days, but bear in mind the Chinese fighters only being exposed to Western media in the last 10 years or so. So Western media tend to pick up the recent fights, and a lot of the fights broadcasted to Western media. I can remember back in the days I was fighting 20, 30 little fights a year, so the number could only be higher.
Right.
还有什么？还有就是那个你知道这个搏击发展初期就是一个很奇怪的，就是那时候就是外场比赛就说一龙来打，我们来举办比赛，或者一龙来打，一定要一龙来打，啊，就是都让我去打。主办方会说一龙来打，我们才办了个比赛，或者一定要求一龙来打。那我这个人的性格不好推辞，然后就答应。今天打完，明天打，3天打2场比赛，2个礼拜打4场比赛，这种频率非常不科学。这就处在中国搏击发展的初期，我们干了这个事儿。现在中国搏击现在发展这么好，我认为我们也多少用了一方力量啊。
In the early days of combat sport in China, I was asked to fight all the time. Sometimes 2 fights in 3 days, 4 fights in 2 weeks, and I was always hesitant to decline the fight. So I was always there. They always asked me to fight, and Elon was always there to fight. So now things are different for fighters. Things are getting better and more regulated.
因为我鼻子断了，本来鼻子断了要修复2-3个月的时间，没有时间修复，下个礼拜还要打，啊，连续断了6次。
So when my nose was broken, normally you would need 2-3 months to recover, but I had to fight the next week, and I had my nose broken 6 times.
Oh man, that is the life of a fighter. I actually had a dislocated shoulder in one fight, and then had to fight again 3 days later, and then again the following week. But man, you've done so much more of that. That's nuts.
Ramsey 也在说，就是说，其实这个做选手呢，真是很不容易。做选手。
现在呼吸都是鼻子就呼吸不了，就嘴。
对，然后 Ramsey 说他自己当时也是，他左肩断了以后，然后第二个星期又要打比赛，然后接着又要打比赛，但是跟您这边实在是没法比。And Elan just saying, even now he cannot breathe through his nose.
那时候我考虑过，我给主办方，我给我的赛事经纪人，我说我可以下个礼拜可以不打了。他说没办法，因为对方以你为主的宣传，票都卖出去了，你要不去打的话呢，当地老板要跟公安局闹架的，你这让朋友很难做的，我就不好意思还打。
So yeah, back in the days, he was asking this, the agents, and the promoters whether I don't have to go, but the answer was always, look, they already sold the tickets. If you don't, and they based the entire promotion on your name. So if you don't go, there could be local scuffles between, and the police will be involved, and the crowd will turn the place upside down. So I had no choice but to go.
他可能看到过一个新西兰，我有个比赛被打个7个重拳，或者铁布衫咚咚咚打7个重拳，在新西兰那个比赛。
Yeah, you've probably seen the video footage of me getting KO'd with the 7-3 punches when I was in New Zealand.
Yeah.
这就是这个手缝了7针，我是打不了拳，我很生气，就真的挨了。
He in that fight before the fight he had 7 stitches in his finger. He couldn't even punch.
Oh wow.
所以说那时候比赛也是我给赛事方说了，我说我可不可以不打了，因为我手缝了7针。赛事方也说了，新西兰那边也是以你为主宣传的，你不打不合适，然后就打了。打出来呢，我打不了拳，他打得很开心，我好生气啊！跟你打吧，梆梆梆梆，他没有打到我，他也害怕了，就这样的啊。
He did so yeah. He did tell the promoter again, he didn't want to fight because he couldn't punch. He couldn't throw a punch. Against the answer is they're based on the entire promotion on you. There's no way they can pull the fight. So I was there fighting the guy, and I couldn't even throw a punch. I was getting hit in the head all the time, and I was very, very peed off.
Yeah.
So I'll let you punch me.
Yeah, that is something a lot of the casual fans have no idea about, is how often fighters are going in injured, especially if you're fighting like 20 times a year.
所以说，外行人其实很少知道，就是拳手去比赛的时候，很多时候是受伤的。特别是你一年要打20-30场比赛，那个伤病是非常非常。
还有我拍电影期间也是没有时间训练，飞到拉斯维加斯打比赛，跟那个塞尔斯华盛顿，5天睡了8个小时，打完第一回合困了，让助手给我扇耳光，啪啪扇耳光扇精神了，才冲了3回合获胜了，嗓子里边吐血丝。因为长时间不大量训练的时候，这呼吸道比较薄弱的，一大量呼吸的时候，让那毛细管被冲破了。
When I was fighting in Vegas that time, I was also filming. I had 8 hours sleep in 5 days, and I was literally falling asleep. And after round 1, and my assistant was slapping me across the face to keep me awake. Although I won the fight after 3 rounds, was spitting blood. Because the veins, the micro veins in my throat are all broken from breathing too hard.
Wow, which would you say was your toughest opponent you ever fought?
您觉得您打过最难打的最强的对手是谁？
我这里也有好长时间没打了，我想想。
It's been a while. Let me think.
对，这个。
There's a who's who list of guys you fought on your resume, like Blackout, Robert Washington. Recently, yeah.
其实波球在我的队伍当中，我不是不尊重他，波球在我队伍当中，可能是我们打法相克吧。他并不是我队伍当中最恐怖的一个。
Not trying to disrespect, take any credit away from Blackout.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think he is my toughest opponent. Maybe because our styles are just so they're made for each other.
Interesting.
对，当然我跟他打那场比赛也让世界很多拳手震惊嘛，就是感觉怎么可能跟我打成那样子呢？他就是那样的，他就是让我扫倒了3次，然后呢转身变拳差点 KO 掉，这就是事实。然后呢，当然也被很多人以为是假打，以为是有问题的。他不可能举他国王头像来假打，哈。
Yeah, so many people thought that was a fake fight. It was not. It just happened. Our styles are kryptonites of each other. And all those I swept him on the floor 3 times, and while he was trying to do the spinning back fist, and I almost KO'd him. That's just the way it is. Many people were surprised.
Yeah, a shocking clash of styles. Yeah, I see that all the time in the gym. We have a guy who's really, really tough, and then you bring in someone from a different camp, and suddenly they have their number every single time, and it's shocking. Like, this guy's tough. How can he possibly, lose to this other guy who, on paper, doesn't seem to match up?
他说，其实有时候在我们的馆里也能看到，有时候馆里我们非常好的选手。非常的硬朗的，但是有时候从其他馆里来一个人，他就是说不管怎么就是打不过，这个确实也很差。
对，这个我感觉我这些年来在中国不一样，我可以告诉世界的朋友，中国的人情世故比较复杂，这个稍微有点名气以后，然后呢就会有很多的应酬，完全不是一个运动员的状态，完全是不是一个运动员也。每天可能只能拿出业余的时间来练一练，就会跟很多高手打，就这样的过程。我感觉其实如果是我们的现在的环境是国外那种很科学的一个训练环境的话呢，我想我的状态会很好。现在我感觉我对自己很不满意。
Okay, so I had to do a lot of banqueting and social networking once you're famous in China.
Right.
There's not much you can do. So I haven't been a state of an athlete for a long time, and that's very frustrating, which I'm not happy about. And I wish I could be like my fellow fighters in the West who can just dedicate their lives to training instead of having to socialize.
Yeah, I imagine. So let's talk a little bit more about the Blackout Fight. So there were 2 of them. Now, a few months ago, I was ringside at Kunlun Fight. I work as a ringside announcer for them. from time to time. And you and Blackout got in the ring to do a fight promotion, like maybe tease a possible third match. What would it take to make that actually happen?
然后 Ramsey 他是那个昆仑决的那个，有时候是做场边的这个，就是他是做播音，
是呀。
Ramsey 他是做昆仑决的这个对播音解说的。然后呢，他上次记得就是您就是跟那个波球二番战，好像是在那昆仑决做了一个这个表演，好像是说有可能会打三番战，然后就是说要这个如果要三番战，大概会要什么样的这种条件才会发生呢？
我知道波球一直渴望过三番战找回他两番战的面子来。
I know that Blackout wants to fight me again to get some face back.
其实波球我很欣赏他，但是他打法，泰国人他们打法其实很古板的。然后呢，我们在很早前就研究过了。然后呢，他其实赢了很多中国选手，有时候气场比较强大。在我这里没有概念的，因为我有佛祖。他出场的时候举着国王头像出来，好像很恐怖，其实没有什么东西的。
就是说，其实波球的那种传统的泰式的打法，其实很，Oh yeah, sorry. So we've done studies on Thai fighters, the likes of Blackout. I do respect him. I think he's a great fighter, but his style tend to be rigid and predictable. And he won over a lot of Chinese fighters because of that gravitas, that vibe. But I have my Buddha. So he was holding before the fight. He was holding the king's picture, but I have my Buddha.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of him.
的波球是很不错的选手，但是呢，我感觉我们都需要转型了，因为年龄都大了，应该如何更好的面对大家，而不是很凶的样子。
So Blackout is a great athlete, but we're not young anymore. Simply showing aggression is not the way forward.
我记得有一次就是我们比赛的时候在赛，他我感觉他是团队的问题还是他个人的问题。我跟西才比赛的时候，西才我那场比赛我失败了啊，是确实是准备不足，一年没有打实战，一年没有打，然后一年没怎么练，然后呢，因为在中国事情很多了嘛，然后呢他说了一句说这个我们这比赛不叫什么比赛。就类似于表示好像表演赛一样，他有时候这不说了吧，这不提了，这偏离话题了，不提了啊。
Yeah, he was just saying.
不提了，下一个话题。
Yeah.
下一个话题。
Okay. Yeah. So let's forget about it. Let bygone be bygone. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's totally fine, man. The fans would love to see it, but it is up to you, my friend. Let's see here. I've got another question. Actually, I've got a bunch of questions, but did you ever end up fighting Will Chope? I saw some posters from the WLF last year. Did that fight ever happen, or did it fall through?
我看到有海报说你有打那个
Will Chope.
Will Chope?
Yeah, he's a really, really tall American fighter.
是那个美国的 Will Chope。就那个您后来有没有打他？
我是这一年没有比赛，就因为我腰受了伤，腰断掉了，腰骨折了。不然呢，我后来检查的时候要开刀的，但是我没有开刀，但那比赛就推迟了。那其实我跟他在12年就打过一次，12年我们俩打过一次，我那时候胜了他。
Okay, so we were going to fight this time, but we couldn't because I was supposed to have an operation on my back. I had a fracture. But I did fight him back in 2012 and I won.
那场比赛也等于是外场比赛没有播嘛，没有播。
It wasn't broadcasted.
But Will is a really, really tall, lanky guy, obviously, and you are no stranger to these size mismatches. Yeah. Just recently you fought Hongman Choi this last year.
对，Will 他是个很高的这个美国选手，就是说您看来就是跟您这个身高体重差距很大的这个选手，你其实打过很多。前不久你好像跟那个崔红满打过，对。
对，这个中国功夫的有很多很好玩的地方，很多语言也很好玩，就是比如说一寸长一寸强，一寸短一寸险，有时候快打慢，有时候是慢打快，有时候是大打小，有时候是小打大。但是我说只能这么表面的说，这个技术方面动作其实有很多方面就太多了，一言难尽了啊。
The fun thing about Chinese martial arts is there's many ways to fight. The sayings, the longer is the better, the shorter the riskier, but also the small versus big versus small. Each has its advantages.
Yeah. And so Hongman Choi, he's literally twice your size, twice your weight. One of my former opponents, guy named Zhou Jipeng, actually fought him as well, and he's much smaller than me. So I've got to ask you, like, I never had a fight with a giant like that. Sparred with him in the gym, yes, but an actual fight, no. What is that like? Literally fighting someone who is twice your size.
崔红满可能有你2倍大了，然后其实他之前那个对手也是 Ramsey 的对手，他曾经打过一个，就 Ramsey 打过一个中国的选手，也打过崔红满，然后 Ramsey 他自己是从来没有打过那么块头那么大的选手，所以问题就是你那个打这么大的选手到底是什么一个感觉？
我打之前压力也很大，因为我也不敢确定。他的力量确实很大。我们俩开新发布会的时候，他一个手就把我轻松的拎过来了，力量特别大。
Yeah, I wasn't under a lot of pressure before the fight because I wasn't sure myself, and even just during the press conference, during the face-off, and he was so strong. He just grabbed me with one hand and yanked me.
在我打之前，很多媒体也说这是一龙找死的，这是。
Even before the fight, the press was saying this is suicidal for Elan.
所以那段时间我也没有发朋友圈，就20天的时间，因为那个比赛在澳门所以我们要很紧张的训练。新的比赛嘛，是国外的，也是一个新的比赛，在美国的福克斯要可能播出，不是在中国播出的。
Yeah, that's why 20 days before the fight, I wasn't even posting anything on social media, and there was under a lot of pressure training for that. And I think there was in Macau it will be broadcasted on Fox.
对，你像他块儿大，他那个拳，他的膝盖很厉害。他当然慢，但是他膝盖如果是顶到一次，我就可能就不行了。然后他之前 KO 过一些，用膝盖 KO 过很多人。所以他膝盖个子高嘛，轻松就可以打到我的下巴。我躲过了好几个膝盖。
He's so tall and his knees are good and he's very slow, but he's so strong. So he actually KO'd a lot of opponents with his knees. So I was avoiding his knees all the time. I managed to avoid a few of his knees.
Yeah. So there's a rumor circulating online about Xu Xiaodong, that Chinese MMA fighter who is beating up the older Chai Chi guys who don't really know how to fight. But there's a rumor that there may be a fight between you and him. Is there any truth to that?
网上有一些谣传哈，也不知道是真的是假的，说那个就是说在打假传武的那个徐晓东说要跟您打，这个到底是有没有这个事实根据？
这是他的梦想。
That's his dream.
但是呢，他炒作很严重。
Yeah, so there's a lot of marketing and PR.
Right.
Yeah, so just from his end.
作为一个真正的勇士，永远应该是在擂台上，而不是，他这个人他是偷换了很多概念，这个人，很聪明的。
He's a clever guy, but a real warrior would prove it in the ring.
他玩了很多脑筋。他很聪明，但是他太聪明了。
He's a little too clever for himself, for his own good.
Okay, awesome.
我们俩都没见过。
We
他
never
说
met each
他
other.
在外边说跟我很多年的恩怨，我见都没见过他，我都不认识他。刚开始他自己在那里做故事。
It's a lot of promotion involved. I didn't know. I hadn't even met him. So he was telling people that we had many years of rivalry that just not true. I didn't even know him.
Interesting. So it's just a rumor that he may have started himself.
Yes.
他诋毁我了很多东西，我们没有时间，因为我们确实在忙一些忙不完因为正常的事情，所以他在诋毁我们，我们没有时间去理会他，这是一个问题。另外就是呢，我感觉吧，这个发展呢是一个必然的过程。中国武术发展还有世界武术发展都有个必然的过程，里面会掺杂着不同的人。
So we didn't have time. We're just too busy to react to his defamation. And this is just something that one of the side effects of a development of Chinese martial arts and Chinese combat sport.
尤其是我跟波球打完比赛以后，现在很多世界很多拳王来中国跟一龙打，要想红打一龙跟一龙打。但是呢，我是这样的，我们也是个人，我们也考虑我们自己时间的分配啊。
So ever after Blackout, the many other champions from around the world wanted to fight Elon, but I've only have limited time, and and I have I'm only a human being. I've got to have my own plan.
Right, there are only so many fights you can do.
你就是一辈子只能打那么多比赛。
哎呀，都玩嘛，都是说我们年龄都大了以后，我们还要生活，我们不是神仙，波球也不是神仙，我们都不是神仙，我们都是一个很普通的人，我们要吃饭、穿衣、睡觉，干活。
We need, we're not demigods. We're human beings. Workout as well. We're getting old, and we need to make a living. We need to work. We need to eat, sleep, and live our lives.
只是不小心干了一些突出的事情。
Accidentally made some achievements.
Yeah. So speaking of the end game of your career, like you mentioned, you're getting older. You've had this prolific career behind you already. Nobody would fault you if you hung up the gloves today. But I have to ask, how many more fights do you think you have left in you?
您就是说，您也提到，就是说自己现在其实也不年轻了，然后就是说，即使现在您挂起拳套退休的话，其实您的这个背后的辉煌，其实真是没有人能代替了。就是您自己觉得您还会再打比赛吗？或者还会打多少场比赛？
我渴望擂台，等了很久了，因为我感觉我现在还没有结婚，就是因为结了婚以后事情很多了，所以我在保留好更清静的思想，能让事情减少一些。包括今年就是他们本来海南那边就想让我跟梅威瑟尔打，然后呢，但是呢，他没有等到我签合约，也没有跟梅威瑟尔签署合约，就已经发出了新闻，我也不知道哪儿发出去的，就是我跟梅威瑟尔要打比赛，这个触动了，然后呢，双方导致了不愉快，这个事情就暂停了，也规则方面也没有说好，比如拳击还是这个都没说好，这事情就是我也不知道，所以说这个事情就搞得有点乱，本来是他要撮合这个事情的。
I'm always longing for the stage, longing for the ring, which is why I'm still not married, because once you get married, and many, I'll get even busier. And that being said, and that there were that some promoters wanted to put me to fight. Asked me to fight Mayweather, but they didn't even sign anything with me, and neither did they sign with Mayweather. They already sent out the promotions. They didn't agree on the rules, so that thing fell through, and that was very disappointing. So it wasn't even.
我相信我们都喜欢这个热爱这个擂台。如果是这个擂台被名利和胜负所侵占和霸占了以后呢，那么我们就无法去享受这个擂台了。所以说我们在想着未来时间里面如何把这擂台玩成一个特别开心的地方，真的去享受它好玩的。所以说我们也会尽情的能够再延长一些擂台的生涯。当然是在考虑这个问题，我想后面我还会去继续恢复好伤痛以后还会继续。
If we can make the ring, the stage fun again for the fighters, then that would be great. Because so without too much money and profit and personal ego, so we all just want to have fun and make it fun for us, and it will be a longer career for everybody.
对，换句话说，像他肯定也喜欢热爱擂台，但是正规的说大赛说一定要胜和负的时候，他也会很紧张。如果把这抛离开以后，是不是就很好玩了？还可以锻炼。
So if you put like money or win and lose behind. There's a lot of pressure for the fighters. For example, Ramsey, yourself as well. Maybe we can just make it a fun stage for people, for fighters. Maybe that there's more fun to be had.
Yeah, if you miss the fun, you miss everything. If we're not having fun, why are we doing this, right?
如果没有乐趣的话，那还有什么意义？
对。
And that's another thing. A lot of fighters have a hard time, I think, promoting themselves because they forget that fighting is also it's entertainment. It's a spectator sport. And one thing you've excelled at is entertaining the crowd.
很多选手他都就说到这个有趣，很多选手就是他都不知道怎么去让观众觉得有兴趣。就您不光是打得好，而且您这边还就是说能够让观众会非常的这个踊跃，会很开心看您。
后续我也是被这些名利所压力的左右，所以说导致后边比赛比较紧张。以前我打的比赛还比较好玩的。
I got to admit, later in my career, I was also affected by fame and money. And I was under a lot of pressure. My fights back in the early days are a lot more fun, I have to say, more entertaining.
对我认为真正一个强者和真正内心强大的人，不只是面对胜利的浮躁，还能够面对失败的低谷。我认为这才叫勇士，而不只是我赢光浮躁是不对的。所以说我感觉。未来的时候，如何把这个胜负是好事情，竞赛的好事，但是如何我们勇士的心态跨越胜负，然后呢还能尽情的一起在交流切磋，这是一个大的方向。每个运动员都应该，我们每个运动员还是这个观众们都应该支持这种类型的这种类型的赛事，这样的话呢，它体现我们人格的魅力。而不只是局限于计较在胜负上啊。
Win or lose, win and lose, of course, that's important. That being said, a true warrior should go beyond that. And if we too obsessed with win or lose, and that's not a true warrior's mentality. And how do we achieve that? I've been thinking lately, and if our audience can go with us and surpass that win and lose mentality, we can make it really even more fun.
我很不喜欢有一种表情，当然在我说这话的时候可能会被很多人怼我哈，就是呢，赢了比赛把对手打完以后，打一顿以后呢，还要跑到笼子上做这个表情，神经病你能杀了谁？你谁杀不了？你到大街上一个人轻松可以拿枪把你干掉，没有必要的是吧？
I think I'll probably draw a lot of criticism by saying this, but I really don't like a lot of people like a lot of fighters after the win, they jump on the cage and doing a slaying the throat, the gesture. You're not killing anybody. You can't kill anybody. So what's the point? You're just being an idiot.
Yeah, a lot of young fighters today are looking up to the heels in the sport. The guys like Conor McGregor, who became very famous for bad-mouthing their opponents, for trash talk. And I didn't see any of that from your career. Right?
就现在很多年轻的选手都喜欢跟随或者是模仿那种像嘴炮啊这样的，就是诋毁选手啊什么的。但是我就是说，像您这边就从来不会有这种的。
我认为这个罪魁祸首应该在白大拿身上。
I think the real perpetrator is Dana White.
其实我知道赛前称重时候两人对战。
Words have been spoken, guys.
当然。这个赛前称重时候赛前发布会时两人对战啊、对骂呀，或者这暴力啊，这是对的。但是呢，如果是簇拥一个人影响到一定高度的时候，他还是拿这种手法去玩的话呢，他真的会造成一些不良影响的。
It's okay within reason. During the face-off, there's the aggression. There's a bit of a backwards and forward. That's okay, but once you reach certain level, and that's just not acceptable anymore.
因为孩子们会模仿。就跟我们以前的中国的这个古惑仔一样，拎着砍刀，身上纹着龙、纹着虎， 当时电影风靡全国，很多小孩都去模仿，都会闻着龙闻着虎，都要拿着砍刀，神经病一样啊。
Yeah, because kids will copy and learn from that. Back in the 90s in Hong Kong, there were movies about the triads with big tattoos and machetes, and there were actually kids on the street copying that.
当然不排除白德拿是个非常好的导演，这个嘴炮是一个非常好的演员，他会做的这个角色做的更棒一些，我们也很欣赏他这一点。他可能因为他也不是主要是最烈的，但是他的比赛可是最精彩的，我认为这就是他的最大的优点。
Maybe there's Dana White is just a great director, and Conor McGregor is a great actor, and that the show they put together is just very entertaining. You got to give them give them that.
Absolutely.
我欣赏像我们这个馆长原因，就是因为我那时候我们有个比赛，我做导师嘉宾，他作为拳手。然后他打比赛过程当中，他武德很高，啊，他知道对方受伤了，他没有打对方那个同一个位置，所以说下来以后，我们俩很好的友好，成为了朋友，我就欣赏这一点啊。
I really respect Kyle, and we became really good friends because during the event when he was a fighter, I was on the ringside. I was at the ringside, and he would refuse to hit the injured opponent on the same spot where he was injured. That just shows that's a true martial artist, and I really respect him for that.
That's awesome, man. Kyle's one of those guys, he's been through the ringer, he knows what it's like to take damage, so yeah.
Kyle 自己也有经验。
He's a warrior, but he's a nice guy at the same time.
他是一个真正的勇士，但同时也是一个非常好的人。
So what advice would you give to these young guys, these young upcoming fighters who want to make a name for themselves and might feel tempted to turn themselves into a heel and go about it in a negative way?
你有什么好的建议？对于那些年轻的选手，他不光想要成为好的选手，而且会像模仿嘴炮啊这种会诋毁对手的这种，你有什么好的建议给他？
啊，我认为，我也被很多人诋毁啊。这个
I've been defamed by many people myself.
很多人向我叫嚣啊，或者是这样的。但是我感觉人是要做一辈子的，我们要活一生。哎呦，我说这话呢，可能缺乏激情了，擂台上就缺激情。
Yeah, we have a long, we got to live our entire life as a whole.
你可以在确定了比赛以后再去叫嚣，确定事儿以后，比如说你在擂台上可以有一个王者之心，但是下擂台我们就做一个很朴实的人比较好一些。
If the fight is confirmed, is fixed, and you can do your performance, but outside the ring you're just a human being. So it's better to be a good human being.
因为我们都会老去，都会老
We
去。
will all get old.
Solid advice, my friend.
非常非常好的建议。
So just 2 more questions. So right now you're in a unique position. A lot of fighters never find themselves in. You have other options outside of the ring. You've got your acting. You're involved in charity work, public appearances, all these other things. What is next for you? What's the next step outside of fighting?
还有最后2个小问题了。然后这个第一个问题就是说，很多的选手他都除了打比赛就没有其他的选择了。您的话不光是有比赛，您还有自己的公益活动，你还有这个你也是公众的形象，还有其他很大的很多的其他的事情。那对您来说的话，在下一步除了打比赛以后，您还有什么打算？
就是电影啊。我打比赛，我发现很多问题，就是当你有一定影响以后，有时候你语言表达无法解读很多事情，而赛场上10多分钟也无法表达一个拳手真实的背后的很多故事，所以说我才想到了，电影呢可以交代很多的真实的故事，完整的故事，还激励他人啊。
Movies. Because what I realized as a fighter is the 10 minutes within the ring is a very limited form of expressing yourself, and I'd like to use movies as a media to tell people the full story behind the fighter and behind the fights, and to inspire people.
还有武术进校园呢，希望 我发现现在其实我们中国呢，现在生活条件也好了，拳手呢比我们那时候要好了。但是呢，除了说擂台上的需要智慧之外呢，还需要在如何如何给自己的搏击生涯调配好、分配好这些规划。对，如何规划好自己的搏击生涯和时间段，这是一个很大的一个问题。所以我也会经常跟他们沟通和交流和分享一些经验。
Okay, as much as important as tactics and strategies inside the ring, outside the ring, how to plan your career. I have lots of experience I like to share with young fighters, and something I like to help them. Even that young fighters nowadays, financially, they're better off than us back in the days.
对
I still like to.
对，我代言了一些健身房，然后呢，我还有很多健身房，几十家、上百家健身房的合作伙伴，他们也给我要人。我们也希望能够拳手有更多的发展方向，而不只是说是擂台上年轻时候很疯狂、很风光，后来年老了以后呢，就光吃老本，然后呢，光酗酒啊、闹事啊，就一直到终老，这是不好的。
I work with a lot of gyms and represent hundreds of gyms. I work with hundreds of them, and I also hope that we can provide a long career for the fighters when they retire, and to have something to do instead of just drink, smoke, and die old.
That is fantastic, man. As a retired fighter myself, that's so great to hear. Because so many of these guys, they go in there without an education, without a plan afterwards. So, it makes me happy to hear that you're thinking about after they hang up the gloves. That's awesome, man.
同样作为一个退役选手，我也感觉就是说，这个对深有感触。不光是打过比赛，因为很多选手进来以后，他没有正式的教育，或者是就是没有很长久的打算。如果能够有长久的这种打算的话，确实是很重要。
所以说，我们考虑的，当我们年大了，我们考虑的时候也是有使命感和责任感的。
As I grow older, I have a sense of mission and a responsibility.
Fantastic. Well, anything else you would like to say to the fans out there on the internet, in the West, in America, on YouTube?
就在油管或者是在这个网上，您对大家的粉丝，国内的粉丝还有什么话要说吗？
我还是那句话，就是可能是因为中国有句话叫话多必失嘛，可能很多不管我提到的人名字也好，还是我说的话也好，个人的观点也好，很多有不同的地方，还有说不对的地方，大家多多包涵。我这些年来到现在为止，还是拳脚练得多，嘴巴练得少，所以要说的很不好的地方多多包涵啊。还有提到的一些人名啊，你们也多多包涵啊。都是能够提到的，都是基本上都是希望大家伙能够为我们这个领域能发声的，都能有助于这个领域提升的。所以说呢，祝大家吉祥如意、健康、开心、快乐，谢谢。
To all the fans out there, there's an old saying in Chinese, the more you say, the more mistakes you make. So I train with my fists and feet. I don't train much with my mouth. So I must have made lots of mistakes today. The names I mentioned, the things I said, if I misquoted anything or said anything wrong, please bear with me again. And wish all of you health, happiness, and wealth, and everything. All the best.
Fantastic. Well, Elan, thank you. Thank you so much for making the time to be here. I know I've taken so much of your time today, but just one more thing, one more request. I always sign these off by saying thanks for watching, get out there and train. Any chance you could say that in Mandarin for us?
这个感谢收看，好好训练。
Awesome.
我也希望能够在我未来的这个时光里边，现在还不是年老的时候，发挥自己的最好状态，能够献上一两场自己满意的比赛。我很多时候不太满意自己的比赛，我希望我还有很多的提升的开发的空间。
I'm not happy with all my fights, but I just hope while I'm still not too old, I'd like to really start training and get myself ready for one or two really, really good fights for all of you out there.
Okay.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Well, Elan, once again, thank you so much. Pleasure meeting you. And
哇，有2个小时
we're out.